Hi everyone, Angelina, Sparkling Diva. I'm about to do another reading, but first I have this thing come up. I had this epiphany, and it was like, I first want to share that with you before I do the reading, which you can then, I have to move my camera a little bit closer, sorry for the wobble, which I will then do after this. I get on with that. So then likely, a few hours from now, you can expect another reading from me. But the funny thing is, it's about twin flames, and the funny thing is, I use the name Sparkling Diva 1111, right? And no one has ever asked me about that. No one has. And I chose that deliberately because I also am on my own twin flame journey, and I do intend to at some point offer specific things, courses and meditations likely as well for twin flames to help them. And if you are on your twin flame journey as well, and you're not united, you're not together, or not together yet, not together anymore, then you likely also know that what is very important concerning twin flames is that more so than other people, you have to work on getting empowered, getting dealing with your issues, emptying the bin, so to speak, right? So your backpack is empty, that you don't have an overdose of issues anymore. There will always be something. I mean, we live life, right? So there will always be something. It doesn't have to be completely all gone and emptied and everything. But most of your serious issues, especially concerning relationship, you will have, you need to deal with that before you can be actually with your twin flame. If you haven't dealt with these things yet, you get that typical runner-chaser stuff, right? People running away because they are so overwhelmed and basically afraid of the intensity of the feelings, often also to do with fear of commitment, meaning that if people are still having these issues, they're not ready for that twin flame connection. They first have to work through these issues so they are able to commit, and they are not scared of these intense emotions anymore, because they are intense. They are absolutely unbelievably intense. And then even if they still feel overwhelming, that you don't run away from it anymore, but then you actually deal with it and love it, like it, even though it is a little bit scary. So then you have to still work on these issues. The other party, the ones that are the chasers, I do think that's mostly women. Not always, but I think in many cases the chasers, the so-called chasers, are women. And this is, as I see, it has a lot to do with fear of abandonment. And men can have that too, but I do believe it's more an issue of women. That's also to do with how we are wired. The commitment thing is mostly men, not 100%, okay? There are women who are also afraid of committing, of making a commitment. But typically, men are not really wired to commit to one person. That goes back to way back when it was for survival of the species important that men impregnated as many different women as possible, so there was a variety of offspring, and that was healthy. Women also, right? Women in those days, it was also important that they had offspring from different men. The difference is that a pregnant woman and a woman who just had a baby wants a commitment, needs that as well in a way, because as a pregnant woman or a woman with a baby that still needs feeding and and a young child is very vulnerable, so she needs protection. A woman in that situation needs protection. That's why women are more wired to want a commitment, to go for a commitment, to bond, to make that bond. That seriously goes back to these primal instincts in these old days, in ancient times. Because if we bonded with a man, if we could get a man to commit to us, then that meant that our offspring was safe and that we ourselves were safe because the man could then protect us. But it's in a way, it's men are basically wired to impregnate as many women as possible. Yeah, well, you don't blame men for that, okay? This is primal stuff, primal instinct stuff. And of course, that's totally different from some asshole who abuses you and is a player and whatever. All that's a completely different thing, all right? Completely different. You have to be able to make these distinctions as well, all right? Between a healthy individual who is empowered, dealt with his issues, and someone who hasn't. There's a difference. There is a difference. I hope you understand that. In any case, back to, otherwise I lose my own train of thought. I'm so good at that. This being a chaser, having this fear of abandonment is more a thing that women have. Like I said, not 100%. It can also be the other way around. There's also men who have that. And sometimes there's a combination of the two. That you have a fear of commitment and a fear of abandonment. I think it happens more often actually than not that these two... that someone has these both, right? But anyhow, that fear of abandonment, you can work on that yourself, on self-love, becoming strong, empowered, standing on your own 2 feet and not being codependent anymore, not being clingy, not being needy. If you have inner strength and really believe in yourself, really love yourself, you will not really have that fear of abandonment so easy anymore because, well, you know you got you. And you do have you. You will then not need anyone else anymore to keep you up, so to speak, right? You can stand on your own 2 feet. And so these are things that you can work on and things that you have to work on if you want to be ready to get together with your twin flame in a romantic relationship. Because actually twin flames also have a higher purpose. It's not about 2 people coming together in a wonderful, lovey-dovey romantic relationship. It's not just that. Twin flames have a higher purpose to fulfill here on earth. That's why they get together. And in order to get to that higher purpose, it is really quite handy if they are in a romantic relationship. But then this thing is, I had, like I said, it was my intention to at some point do something with that, specifically for twin flames or people on their twin flame journey, to help them to do a course on meditations and things, for that. And then just now, I just had this epiphany and I thought, well, bloody hell, actually everything I do, everything I already offer is also important for twin flames. It is. Because what I offer a course on self-love that starts Monday next, the 3rd of September. It's free online, 5 days. It's absolutely freaking wonderful. You need self-love, a healthy levels of self-love in order to be ready for your twin flame. I have courses, I've done courses, and they will come back again on being feminine, being a woman, being connected with yourself, with your body, with your intuition, with your feminine energy, your feminine power. You also need that if you want to be ready for a twin flame relationship. There's actually, I've done 2 courses on that. There will likely be more in the future. I also have this course coming up that I've been talking about the other day, the High Value Woman, which emphasizes a lot on communication, feminine communication, healthy communication, communicating the right way. Communication is key in any relationship. In any relationship, love relationships, non-love relationships, in any relationship, but also especially in a twin flame relationship. It is very important that you are able to come from an empowered place when you speak with your twin flame. So you have an interdependent relationship. A twin flame relationship is an interdependent relationship. And that also an interdependent relationship requires this healthy communication, meaning healthy communication for a woman means that you are able to communicate a feminine way from an empowered place. That's from as an empowered woman. So again, this is so important for twin flames, women on the twin flame journey, for men as well, but I'm not offering courses for men. I might do in the future. I like that. I like that thought. You know, I really love that, but not yet. Not just yet. I have too many other things at the moment that I'm doing and busy with. But yeah, so I thought, well, I want to share that with you because I know there's an awful lot of people who are on their twin flame journey, who are struggling, who can't, you know, they're trying to find their way, they're trying to find self-love, self-confidence, and have such difficulty of letting go, because often you have to let go of the other person if they do a runner, and if you're just going to chase after them, well, that's not going to really work. That's not going to help. Best thing you can do, and that is absolutely difficult, is so difficult to do, is to not chase after them, but start working on yourself. Start working on your own issues, your own self-love, your own confidence, your own inner strength, self-respect, and all that. Becoming a high-value woman. So you are, at least you are ready for that twin flame. And you know also, if you are familiar with how that works with twin flames, that if you work on issues, it also affects them because you are connected on a very, very high level, right? So if you have the strength to work on your issues, to start healing and to start getting ready for that connection, it also affects your twin flame. Even if he is not really consciously doing anything towards his own healing and issues, it will affect him and likely will at some point trigger him to also start to do the work. Right? Meaning that if you can do that, and if you can choose to work on yourself, to get empowered, to get strong, even when you're not together, even when you so want to be with them, even when you're hurting because they did a runner, the best thing you can do is work on you. Right? It makes you feel better, makes you stronger, makes you, well, more whole, more empowered. So your life improves tremendously because of that, but also the added value that it will affect the other party. They will feel that too, right? If your vibration goes up, if you're twin flames, he cannot stay there. He will also have to go up at least a little bit, right? So you doing the work means that he will also likely begin to evolve and grow and heal. So in any case, I wanted to share that with you. If you are a twin flame on your twin flame journey, by all means, have a look at my courses on my website, sparklingdiva1111.wordpress.com. Right, and it will be very, very beneficial for you on your twin flame journey, also to deal with not being together anymore, or not being together yet, or being in a difficult situation, and like this typical chaser runner thing, if you're stuck with that. So please check it out. Yeah, at some point I will do specific things for twin flames, like meditations, maybe a course as well. But like I just explained, what I already am offering is actually the work. Is for twin flames. It actually is that. So please check it out. All right. I will do a reading after this, likely concerning twin flames as well. I don't know. If somehow it suddenly just resonates in my own system again. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling you this now either. I only do these videos whenever it really resonates with me. And so, yeah. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If it interests you, and if you are on your twin flame journey, by all means, please check out my website, sparklingdiva1111.wordpress.com. There is a reason why I chose that 1111, you know. It's all because I am also a twin flame on my journey. Right? Okay, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.